Today's the day I pick up the meat. First though, I gotta go to my bank and get the money, or cashier's check, and then since I'll be in town, I'm gonna stop at Kroger, get some groceries, a few snacks, and I'll also stop at the gas station to fill up 3 jugs with gas for the tractor, and then fill up the truck because it's on quarter tank. So let me get started. Well, I'm ready to leave. The bank's supposed to open at 9, and so I'm leaving around 8. Yeah, by the time I get to town and get everything done, it should be close to 9. I had to buy $25 extra. I estimated 120, but it only filled up 2 of the 3 jugs for the tractor, so I had to get another $25 worth. How come it's not working? I'm supposed to hit this. Oh, I didn't hold it. Okay. Yeah, I had to go back in. It's a prepaid, so I had to estimate, and estimate was off. The truck itself held over $80. Yeah, I remember that. And I put a little extra in the truck because after I filled up the jugs, I still had about $2.50 left on the meter. Okay, I'm going to go to the bank now. Well, I'm back to the house. I gotta unload my groceries first. Oy! I can't do 2 things at once here. And then I'm going to unload the gasoline. Before I go pick up my meat. I got the cashier's check. A few snacks in Kroger. Unload the gasoline. Prepare to go get the meat. I got 3 gallons, or 15 gallons today, three of the jugs, those 2 and the 1 in the back. So now I've got gas for the tractor again, whenever I need it. It's 9:40 a.m. and it looks like another rain's on the way, but I think I got time to get the meat before it gets here. Let's go get some meat. I can feel the humidity going up. It's sticky, and it's not really hot, but it's so humid. Yesterday was really nice and dry, drier, and not too hot, unless you was in the sunshine. Today it's overcast, but so humid. So let's go get the meat before the rain gets here. Well, I'm ready to leave. The rain's still out in Missouri, so I got time. I'm going to take the same road that I took to take the bull in with the trailer. It passes the form. So I'm going to take off right now. Almost there. Gotta go on the highway for a little bit. Right there is the meat processor. Meat processor right there. That's the meat processor. That's where I took them. The bull anyway. Now I'm going to pick up the meat. Let's see. When did I take it? May 1st? Is that right? No, it's not that. That's not right. When did I take it? I forgot. June 1st. June 1st. That's right, June 1st. Fred's Meat Processing. Looks like there's somebody there. Oh no, I can back up the pickup. Yeah, 6 boxes. I got the heart and the liver in the cab. With a blanket so they don't melt too fast and to keep the dirt off of it. Okay, I got some boards on the blanket so it don't blow off. Yeah, I remember that place. When I was in high school, I remember baling hay for him. I don't think they raise any cattle no more. I think they retired, but I forgot his name, but I remember. I baled the hay for a lot of people around the neighborhood. I went pretty far to bale hay when I was a kid in high school. One thing about farmers, and they hire their help when I was a kid anyway, they feed them good. They always ate good when I bale hay for somebody. Okay. There's Fred's Meat Processing. Yeah. That's right. Father's Day's coming up. Yeah, I was in Kroger today. I bought some Smokies and some other stuff. Little Smokies. Not the beef guys. The pork and chicken. And while I was going through the meat department, I just decided to check what the hamburger price was. It was like $7 a pound for ground beef. I can't believe that. I've never bought a hamburger. I always had my own. It's hard to believe it's $7. I didn't even look at the other cuts, like steaks and roasts. That must be even higher than hamburger. Anyway, they had a 3-pound package for $21. Okay, let's go back to the time lapse on the way. I'll stop at my sister's house and give her some, and my cousin too, who's visiting from Wisconsin. Going to take some back on Sunday. Passing by my brother's other place where he keeps his calves. Looks like his truck is there. I'm not going to stop. He asked me if I can help him do his calves. He vaccinates them or something. But I don't think he's ready to do it now. He said around the 20th. So I'll wait till then. I'll wait till he calls me or texts me. Well, I'm at the farm now. I'm gonna drop some meat off at my sister's house. Maybe I'll go to my niece's house. Maybe she wants something. I always advise them that this is not a steer meat. This is a bull meat. It's up to them if they want it. I told them just take some. If they don't like it, give it back. I think I'll guess I'll back up to the driveway. I'll park over there on the left. That's the liver and heart. Well, I dropped off a bunch of beef to my sister and my cousin who's visiting from Wisconsin, and my sister's oldest daughter who lives nearby. So, yeah. Tomorrow I think I'm going to start grouping the bales together. Oh, I didn't put my seatbelt on. They're out there eating. Let's see if I gotta hold this in. This stuff's starting to melt. They were taking forever to choose what they wanted, but that's okay. I don't mind. Now, where do I got to back up to? Right here. That's close enough. I hear a woodpecker pecking on the boards in the barn, probably trying to dig out the carpenter bees. There's two of them there. I think the red bull's there because I see a reflection in the water. And the white bull is there. There's another one over that way. Okay, I gotta unload my beef when it melts. They picked through. It looks like they took I had 6 boxes full. Now I got, that one's a little bit empty. That one's half empty. That one's about half empty. So out of 6 boxes, I probably, at least 1 box, a whole box that they took, or whole box and maybe two boxes altogether, depending on, because these aren't all, they're not full anymore. So that's pretty good. I still got plenty for myself. No ideas, Cat. That meat's not for you. Up a little bit, but not as much as yesterday. But it's still enough to melt my meat. Can't carry them boxes in because they're falling apart. And they're too heavy, so I got to transfer it to a basket and carry them in one at a time. Okay, let's fill this freezer up. Basket's in. Let's get the rest in before it melts. Okay. They didn't use wax paper because it's, when it gets wet, it's starting to come off. Second basket. 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 And I got some soup bones over here. Fourth basket. That's all the wrapped, paper wrapped. The rest is hamburger in those tubes and the stew meat in plastic. Well, those are all in plastic. That's why I saved them for last. The plastic will hold better than this paper. When the paper gets wet, it wants to tear. I'm going to put the hamburger in the other freezer. But I can put the stew meat in here. Gift basket. That's all in plastic wrap. It's mostly stew meat. Well, no, it's not all stew meat. Some of it's sirloin or strip steak, whatever that is. And put all that goes in the freezer I'm working in now, and all the hamburger goes into the other freezer with the vegetables. Okay, that's stew meat there. Those are called strip steak. That's all the meat I'm going to put in here. Plus what I got in the door. Those are all what do you call them? Those are soup bones. That's a chuck roast. I couldn't fit it in, and that's something else. Anyway, I'm gonna put all the hamburger into the other freezer. This is filled with 1-pounders. There's a few pounders there. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more, and the rest are all 2-pounders. I think that's the 6th basket. I'm going to put the 1-pounders in this small basket. 2-pounders I'm going to put in that bigger basket on the bottom. I want to save the other shelves for stuff I buy, mostly vegetables. And any other thing I want to put in there. I think the hamburger will fit in those two. I got some more 1-pounders, but they won't all fit, so I'll put them someplace. But I'm going to get the 2-pounders and put them in the bottom basket. That's deeper, so they should all fit. These here are the only beef I had from 2023. That's what I had left over. 1-pounders in the basket. I think this is the 7th basket. I got 2-pounders at the bottom and the rest of the 9 1-pounders on top, because I got to put them someplace. They won't fit in the other basket, but I'll find a place for them. I put 7 of the 1-pounders in this freezer with the other meat. Well, I got another basket put in down on the bottom. I had 9 of those in the basket. I put 7 in the other freezer, and those 2 I put there. So that small basket is full. I gotta put some more in here, and I'll be done. I got a few more of the 2-pounders to put in the basket. I'm saving these boxes. You never know when you need a sheet of cardboard for something. I'll just put them someplace out of the way for when I do need them. Yeah, it's nice to have a cardboard if you want to lay on the ground underneath something to work on something. Nice to have cardboard. Look at that. They're still nursing. They're eating solid food, but they still have to have Mama's milk. I guess Mama don't mind. Okay, I got to get back to work. One more thing to unload. Even more 2-pounders. Track of how many baskets. I think this is number 8, but I'm not sure. This is the last basket. These 2-pounders go in the bottom basket. Okay, all the meat's in the freezers. There's all the hamburger, minus what I gave away to my sister, cousin, and niece. I'm done just in time. I almost forgot about the liver, beef liver, and the beef heart. I don't eat liver, I don't eat heart, but I give it to the cats. They like it. I don't know why I don't like liver. I just never did, even as a kid. Just didn't like it. And like I said, I got it done just in time because it's just starting to rain now. See, just started to rain. I put the heart over there on top of the stew meat. And I put the liver down here. Like I said, I'll be feeding out to the cat. I got 5 boxes here because one box they filled it up for my, well, they didn't fill it, but gave it to my niece. My sister just put theirs in other baskets that they had, and cousin. Okay, I'm going to move the truck back up to the top. Tree frogs seem like they always come out when they know it's going to rain. I can hear them. They're in the trees. Lemongrass looks like it's starting to grow better. A little bit. Listen to the tree frogs. I see a cow there by the tree. I heard him go in the water before. I'm sure they're over there somewhere. Or in the water. Yeah, it's raining a little bit. I knew it was going to rain. It was on the radar. And in the forecast too. So let's park my truck. Yeah, it's just a light rain. That's why I'm not going to do that today, because I knew it was going to rain. But I did do something. I got my meat, got gas, got a few groceries, got the cashier's check from the bank before I got the meat. That's how I paid them. $604.84. And I didn't realize it, but I guess my bank charged me $4 for the cashier's check. I thought it was free, but I wasn't going to argue with him. I'm glad that's done. Now I got meat to eat. Guess that's what I'll be doing today. Eating some meat. I'm going to compare. I got some hamburger from 2023 left over, and I got I don't know what cut it was, but if I can find the same cut, I'll use it. I want to see, compare the taste or whatever. I'm sure it tastes just as good, but the other one is like 2.5 years old, so it's been in the freezer for a long time. I think it should still be good. Okay. Oh man, that came on quick. Yeah, at least I got the job done that I wanted to do. I gotta stop spending money though, I know that. Because I still gotta pay my brother when we haul bales, but maybe he can wait till next month to get his pay. I still don't know how much I'm going to pay him yet. I haven't decided that. But I'm pretty sure that concrete work is going to have to wait till later this summer. Because I'm low on cash, low on money, not cash, but I'm low on money. That's okay. I still got it coming in. I get paid this week sometime. I just gotta conserve. What do you call it? Budget. I got a budget what I have. Yeah, I spend a lot of it on groceries. Yeah. But none of my groceries go to waste. I eat, because most of it's frozen. I refrigerate it, and I usually eat it up if it never goes bad. It's the other stuff that costs money. The gas, Quikrete, things like that. And my other expenses: electricity, internet, insurance. There's a lot of money goes to insurance. Yeah. Oh well, that's part of life. Kids don't have to worry about that stuff, and they ought to teach more about those kind of expenses to kids when they're young. Not wait until they graduate and say, "Oh, by the way, you're going to have to pay rent or pay a mortgage, all that stuff." Luckily, I never had to pay a mortgage. We saved. My wife and I saved until we was able to build this house, and we could afford what they built, the concrete basement, and the electricians and the plumbers and the carpenters, but they just built the shell on top, and the basement, the bottom there was no walls. There was no walls. I did all that myself, so saved money there. But things add up, and nowadays everything is more expensive than it was when I was younger. And I don't think we're making any more money than we did before, but oh well, just have to learn to live with it. Or live within your means, as they say. Speaking of spending money, I just remembered. I gotta go online and pay the truck registration, which is in July, and the trailer registration, which ends in the end of June. And each one is over $150. It's either 154 or 158. Not sure exactly which one's which. Maybe they're both 158. Pretty sure the truck is 158 and the trailer is 154. Yeah. Yeah. Expenses add up. All right, I gotta go in the house and get to do the computer work. Pay some bills. The small tube is a pound from this year, from today, and I'm going to do a taste test comparison to the ground beef from November of 2023, the last time I had a beef processed. Same place. That was my last ground beef. I saved it for comparison to the new one. Same thing with this sirloin tip roast. That one's from 2023. This one's from today, but it started to melt since it was on the back of the truck for so long, because I was giving some away at my sister's house, and it wasn't hot today, but it's warm, so it started to melt through the paper started to get real thin. See, that one's still frozen. That one just came out of my freezer, and that one never went in. I saved it back. So they're both the same type of meat. I'll be cooking them today. Just see how they taste. I'll cook them separately, but the same way. Just see if they taste the same or whatever. They're probably about the same. Well, radar shows rain. Not very heavy though. Don't know what's coming next, but at least it's got a little rain. Got a little dampness outside. Well, that's the old ground beef from 2023, from November in 2023. This is the new one from June of 26. Yeah, that's when I just got back. Okay, I'm just gonna cut off a piece of each one and cook them side by side this time. Yeah, I'll cook them side by side to see how they taste. This looks like it's got more meat in it, but it's fresher. It's hard to tell how much fat they had in it before. Depends on the animal, I guess. I decided to cut both ends off, and that's the new beef. That's the old beef, 2023 and 2026. That's what's left. I'll put them in the refrigerator and cook them later. I'm just going to cook them with a little water. Yeah, I don't like to use oil. This has its own oil in it, or fat, whatever you want to call it. These are still frozen. I'm going to unwrap them anyway. Okay, that's 2023 meat, and this is 2026 meat. Well, it's almost 6 p.m. and it warmed up to 80. Didn't rain much though. Hardly anything is in the rain gauge, just a little bit near the bottom. Yeah, just a little bit, just enough to cover the bottom. There wasn't hardly any rain. Here, come out and see how the cattle are doing. Red bull's laying down, white bull's laying down. I was going to spray them for flies again, maybe give them some corn, but I guess I'll do it tomorrow. I don't feel like doing it now. I can just barely see the sun behind. Oh, it's going behind a cloud now. Way up there near the top. I can just barely see an outline of it. Yeah, it's gone. Sun's gone again. What's the matter, Mama? I think the horse flies are bothering them, I think. Something. You're going to go back in the barn, yeah. Look at your hair, it's all wet. Must be from poop. Yeah, there's some kind of fly bothering you. She was in the barn yesterday, hanging out. Yeah. 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 So the sun's up there right now. It's clearing out over that way. Yeah, I couldn't see any clouds on radar. Right before I came out. Look, she's pulled down that tree limb, eating the leaves, whatever they can reach. Yeah, it's no wind today, or right now anyway. Yeah, I'll spray them for flies tomorrow maybe, and give them some corn. I'm cooking some beef now. The old beef and the new beef. There's a mama with her 4 kittens. Run away. Yeah. 2 frogs are tripping. They want milk. They want milk again. I gave them some blood and scraps from the meat I've been cooking. Raw stuff. Meat from 2023, 2026. I'm cooking the ends 2023, 2026. Well, it's done. I ate the hamburger. I couldn't tell the difference between the old beef and the new beef. It all tastes the same to me. I'm going to test this too now. It tastes good though. That's why I like beef. So, you know, I don't put any seasoning on it. I don't use oil because beef has its own oil or fat, and I just put water in the bottom of the pan so it don't burn. That's all. Yeah. Hope I don't get fat now. So this is a container that had the hamburger or the ground beef in it that I ate. I guess this is what the bad part about eating beef is the cholesterol, or this fat that congeals. But I guess that's what gives it the taste too, or the flavor. All right, I'm going to give this to the cat. I eat the meat and I give the juices to the cat. Let them get fat. Now I'm going to eat this. The old 2.5-year-old beef, frozen beef, and the new beef that I just had butchered. I think this is called a sirloin tip roast. Yeah, or part of it anyway. I still got lots more left. Well, it's 8:20 p.m. The sun already went down. Yeah, there's just a few clouds in the sky. Yeah. Just got a drizzle today, but didn't amount to any rain though. Yeah. That's all I got for today. Got my beef. I'm eating good again. I guess I better make sure I take my cholesterol drug. Yeah. Got to keep an eye on that cholesterol. But at least I got beef to eat now. I'll try to go easy on it. I'll probably give most of it away over time to different relatives. If they like it, I'll give it to them. If they don't like it, they can always give it back or give it to somebody else. Yeah. All right. I can't give them money, but I can give them meat or beef. All right, that's all for I got today. Yeah. I think I'm gonna be moving bales with this tractor, with this spear. Tomorrow, depending on the weather, I think it'll be okay. If it rains, then I won't. But if the weather permits, I'll be grouping those bales together, preparing for hauling them. All right.